Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new type of video. This is my road to, let's invalidate our map of Austria. This is road to get the master rank. I have no idea what to call it. I realised that another F1 YouTube's called a road to master rank, so I guess, I don't know, we're going on a journey to master rank. Whatever, this is ranked. We are trying to get master rank. You're going to be joining me through all of the races that we do in the ranked series, and this was filmed so long ago. To prove how long this was filmed ago, or how long I did these races ago, A, we haven't even started, well, we have started career mode, don't even have an online car, and B, you're going to be seeing FTR C-Night and FTR AVFC 74 in this, before FTR League even considered starting. That's how long ago it was. It's well over 15 weeks since I last did this. Anyway, we started off the Austrian Grand Prix, we started P7 through turn 1, we kept our front wing, and now we're up into P5. This is just manic, honestly. It's questionable. Having these placement lobbies is like unranked, basically. We've got front wing damage already. We're up into P4. We get pushed out wide by our teammate there. Like, he actually turns left there to push us on. It's just insane, but it is what it is, I guess. Don't expect to see the best racing, because I was still new to this game when I was doing this, and I was like, yeah, it's placement. We've got to do 5 or 6 races to get our placement. I want at least gold placement, but with these drivers it's going to be questionable whether we can get that as the Apple B as Apple goes up our inside. This is going to be interesting. We're trying to commentate this, isn't it? He goes up our inside. We're trying to hold him off going into turn 3. He does a big boy dive bomb and makes it stick, so fair play to him. I do have experience in ranked. I believe I achieved master rank on 2018 and 2019. If not 2018, definitely 2019, like a week before 2020 came out. That was sort of like what I did when I got bored of career mode. So let's see if we can get it done pretty quickly this game. I'm aiming to get it within 50 races. Would be nice. Anything above 75 and I'll be pretty disappointed in myself. So between 50 and 75, get under 50 and I'll be very happy. And now this race is all just about trying to stay on the track and get a good position. We've got damage which is making things difficult, and we've spun out. We followed our teammate there, one of our many teammates, into the barrier. We spun and our tyres absolutely cooked to this point, so we're just spinning everywhere with a small front wing. So we're going to call it quits on this race. As you can see, I'm very immature in this, as we've qualified P2 for Britain, loading up here. I was very immature in the fact that I was leaving races, but anyway, starting our second race here in Britain. It's lights out and away we go for a very typical day in England, very overcast, very depressing as we go. Someone goes right around the outside, now Alex going all the way around the outside, and we go back up the inside into turn 3. Pretty good little scrap we're having here. Bit dangerous though, especially considering we're starting second. There's already 2 drivers are out to this Grand Prix. Well, one of them's out, and the other one's got a load of damage. As we cut onto lap 3 now, we're going to get past Appleby, around the outside into Stowe, and we make it stick. We did have a pretty decent race. I'm going to start again. We did have pretty decent pace for this race. Sound like Dr. Seuss there. As you can see, we're coming across the line to set our fastest lap of the Grand Prix at 27.2, and we're just going to not get any penalties, and we come across the line end of lap 5 and we win our first Grand Prix in ranked. in our second attempt, which is lovely. We cut straight now onto Abu Dhabi, which is the third race, and going through the hotel complex we run massively wide. Look at the tyres, that's going to affect our lap time by quite a bit, and then as we run through here we do have a really lazy track extend. So we invalidate our lap time. We are starting P8, not where we want to be, especially with 17 people in this lobby, but oh well. We get a pretty decent start against Founded Cube, but we don't really have anywhere to go. It's going through turn 1. This will be terrifying as Founded Cube spins. We get hit at the back, we get hit on the side, get slapped around every which way. Jesus Christ, I don't even know what that guy was doing. It's just dangerous. He comes straight on the track. We lose a load of front wing. We get hit up the arse again. We have orange front wing, which is awfully nice. Not what we could have done with this, especially on that one, but you know, trying to play these lobbies is questionable at best. But we still hold P8. I don't think I'll stop. I think I'll just suck up the damage and deal with it. As we're coming on to the second back straight now. Maybe trying to get somewhere close to the atrocity that is that guy. I mean, look at that move there. He's completely pushed out Harry Scott. Harry, that's a lovely name that is. So he seems like a pretty dangerous character in this lobby. You're going to have to stay away from him if you want any chance of getting a gold placement. As we go into the hotel section, Harry Scott runs wide, and that gives us a potential opportunity, but with the front wing damage, not going to do anything. That BP Tyco guy's taking out another driver that slowed up Harry Scott, so we gain 2 positions after that, which is awfully nice. Going down to P6, we run wide for the penultimate corner, and then run wide again through the final corner. This front wing damage not doing us any good whatsoever. We're telling the engineer to shut up because, you know, he just can't seem to take a break. And that was it. We cut onto lap 5. Goes up to the back of Aaron Paul Carter. I don't know what happened to that BP guy, where he's gone, but hopefully he's gone far away. As we get past Aaron Paul, and Aaron Paul hits us again. Like, I just don't see why you can't accept that someone's getting past you, but it is what it is. Look at him, he tries to take me out there and he fails. So yeah, fair play to you, buddy. And you know what he's going to do now, don't you? He's failed once, he's not going to fail again. He goes up our inside and then he just drags us round. We reset the track, and yeah, we've got more damage in that. We're now in P7. Yep, fair enough. You know, you outraced me there. Your racecraft was better. I really wish there was a way you could report people on this game, or like add them to your blacklist. This is the thing, right? World of Tanks, whilst its reporting system is questionable and does basically bugger all, the ability to blacklist someone, and then when you see them on your team or the enemy team, like, hey look, I blacklisted him for a reason. I wish you could do that with F1. But oh well, that happened. Qualifying in Russia now. For race number 4, we invalidate our lap at the last corner because we're smart like that. I'm going to be very sassy this episode, if you haven't noticed, because looking back at how I drove, I make so many mistakes and I'm so bad, really. But oh well. I think this is still the same lobby on the same day. We'll have to have a look. Yes, I wish there was a way that you could add people to like a blacklist, just so you knew who to stay away from, or they weren't allowed in your lobby. But they're saying that the amount of people I'd add on my blacklist, I don't think I'd have anybody in a lobby. Anyway. We're going to start now in P16, lights out, and away we go for the Russian Grand Prix, race number 4, 2 more races and we get our placement, I think, from what I can remember. Going up the inside of Karsic record there, and of Tommy, so that puts us up into P4 now. Going to go a bit conservative, unlike these 2 monkeys that just, like, yeah, I mean, I don't have words. We don't get any front wing damage, which was incredible. that BP Tycho guy tries to take out it's Tommy. He fails. It's Tommy goes in massively deep against Max Robin. Some guy hits me. I'm trying to keep this as PG as possible. It's Tommy takes out another guy. Founded Q tries to go up the inside. These guys obviously don't know where the brake pedal is. And we get punted in the back again. Like, honestly, it's just... I would expect this in open lobbies. Ranked lobbies, as we get hit across the curb and now we have to give up a position. Yes, that makes many senses were made today with that legal overtake, but we're going to give it back and we're going to lose like loads of positions because of Codemasters just being special. Yeah, look, it's just... I don't think I'm even going to try and commentate on this. I just think the video speaks for itself. Like, I mean, look at that. You have the entire, and you, like the entire track is there. There's a reason I do these videos in postcom. I'll probably do some unranked lobbies, maybe live stream it or do live com. But then again, I don't really want my channel deleted for excessive use of many nasty words, because there's some of the stuff you see. Like, I get it's unranked and you can sort of have a little joke around, but like there's limits. You've all seen, I hope you've all seen the FTR Bahrain race that was uploaded recently, where Evil One took out drivers on 2 separate occasions. More than 2 drivers, there's like 4 drivers on 2 separate occasions. Unranked is like having like 19 of him in it. It's hell, it really is, and it's not really fun, but oh well. We've picked up damage again, and we're still managing to go purple to the first sector. As you can see, everyone in like the top 3 has managed to put some distance between other cars, so that's why they're doing well. I'm still keeping close to Thomas Dolan and Nos Noodle there, so maybe we can pick up some places on them. Because Nos Noodle's getting overtaken by Max Robin. Max Robin forces Nos Noodle into the wall, and then Thomas goes on the outside. We back off, and then Nos Noodle just like doesn't brake. It's it's interesting, it really is. And then we go the inside of Max Robin here because he gets a poor exit. We get hit again. We managed to hang it around the outside, and we're up into P5. So despite this absolute calamity, we're still racing, and we're still getting somewhere as we come across the line. We do a 37.1, 7 seconds faster than lap 1 because of all of that stuff that went on. There's a yellow flag behind us, shock hot there. We can't tell last lap now, we're closing up behind the back of Thomas Dolan. He's to us to the right to cover us up if we go up the inside. DRS and overtake engaged, and we get the position. Clenching my butt cheeks as we go through this point because I thought he was going to punt me. I end up screwing my own race up and getting a really bad run, but he doesn't decide to go for a move. He decides to hit us for some reason. So we make our car very wide, but he actually does a good move and comes back up the inside of us, so we can use some overtake, maybe go around the outside. It's a very close scrap here, but he gets up the inside, and he's going to take P4 in this race. We come home 5th, we improved on our grid position. But at this point I'm thinking, yeah, we'll be lucky if like we get silver ranking in this, like a silver 2 ranking, as we curve a candle and validate a lap, because this is what we do in qualifying. We don't actually want to have a good race. But yeah, I'm starting to think, because we need to be winning like pretty much every single race on the podium, every single race to get a gold rank. So we're going to see what we get at the end of this race. There's Rocket Wolf. I've been recording YouTube for nearly 3 hours now. My voice is dead, and seeing what Rocket Wolf just did there is just something else, but hey ho. We're actually going to be getting our placement at the end of this race. It is race 5, as we've got to lap 2, we're in P3, close to the back of Artem. We don't have damage, that's why we're able to do well in this race. As Artem does the bunny hop, he tries to take to the normal the routes if you cut the corner. We get fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and we've got the pace over Kieran in first place here. Thankfully, lapped cars are ghosted, so Max Verstappen can't hit us off again. And now we haven't broken the DRS to Artem, but we're going to get up the inside of Kieran there. And into P1 we go as we move on to lap 4. We don't get the best exit, had to go in deep, but we've got DRS and overtake to defend from Kieran. And yep, get the fastest lap again, an 11.9. Very happy with that, or at least happy with that back then. And as you can see, like the disparity in gaps as we do another fastest lap an 11.5 on the very next lap. We've pulled out 2.5 seconds, and we do another fastest lap on the final lap an 11.2, 3.7 seconds ahead of Artem, who comes second. And we get our placement. It is silver rank 3. Our safety rating is a B at 17%, mainly due to the corner cutting. And I was going to end the video there, only doing 5 races, but I believe I had some more recordings that I forgot to take out, so you guess what, you get another 4 or 5 races, because I love you lot. We do qualifying for Belgium. This is a completely new day, and as you can see, in position 4, Suicide Stokey is FTR AVFC 74. Eliminator, who you'll see in this lobby as well, is FTRC Night. So this was the day that I was doing my second, this would have been ranked episode 2, but I'm combining episode 1 and 2 together because I'm an idiot and I forgot to make them separately. There you go, that's my reason. So this is the episode where we have a discussion of me getting into FTR, which I'm very grateful for. I'm loving it there. Loving becoming a steward now, seeing FTR grow as we go for a move on Daffy Wharf there. It's pretty late lunch, but it gives us room. And we managed to they give us a he, she, they, and tree, anything really. Imagine if the group played F1. Let's not get sidetracked. But yeah, I'm loving FTR. I've become a co-owner now, so it's always nice. And it's great. I'm having a lot of fun in there, and you'll see in the FTR RPL league that I mentioned in one of my career mode videos. That's a lot of fun. We might be setting up a multiplayer league. You know, we could expand. We could do classic car leagues. It could be anything really. In my FTR videos, the server Discord, my Discord name is on there. If you play F1 or you just want to watch it, all that stuff is in the description of my FTR videos, so go give them a watch. Go give them a watch to see some great racing too. To see if I can potentially win the championship if you haven't watched them already. Anyway, this is ranked, not FTR. And going into the bus stop chicane, there's a close fight there between P3 and P4. We go around the outside of P4. P3 goes wide. We go even wider. We get a track limits warning, but then we go to the inside of P3 and we get sandwiched between Daffy Wharf and Dom. We slide into turn 2 because, you know, this is dirt rally. We don't get any damage though. We come out still in P4, which is always nice, as we have another really lazy track limits warning there. And now we're closing up to the back of Daffy Wharf. He's weaving around but trying to defend. We might go to the inside, but we decide we think better of it, and we stay in pole position until the next lap, lap 3, when DRS gets enabled. We're going to fly past him. FTR AVFC, Suicide Stokey, is in 4th place at the moment, and now we're going to try and hunt down Tilling Singer, but he, she, they, tree. Bear could be Russian, who knows? All bears on unicycles over there. It's very quick. So now we're just going to have to defend from Daffy Wharf and Suicide Stokey. As we're coming down the Kemmel Straights, they're not really close enough, so we don't use overtake. We're going to save overtake, although Daffy Wharf does go for a big old yeet up the inside, and that's like a Grosjean level of yeet. Luckily we don't get any warnings or penalties for getting punted off the track. I guess Codemasters finally woke up to the fact that that's a stupid reason to give a penalty for. We have a massive lockup going to No Name, and FTR AVFC goes up the inside of us. And we've lost 2 positions in the space of like 3 corners, which is always good. We're going on to like 5 now. We've saved up a load of overtake. Daffy Wolf has a really poor exit. Suicide Stoke is going to the left. We're going to the right. We have to go on the grass, and we hit the back of Daffy Wolf there, but Daffy Wolf gets less of a dust, and then we're going to go the inside of Suicide Stoke. We're going into the braking zone of Lake Holm. And we go in, we have a bit of a lock up, we managed to get the car slowed down for the second part of the chicane. And that was that. We get through, have a quick little weave to the right to block off any moves, into the interstate corner, and then through No Name. We still hold position, we still got 50% ERS to play with. So that's going to help us, as I believe Suicide Stoke, actually ran wide maybe. And we come across, like, we win this race, so I guess Tilling Singer won that race because he was track extending everywhere. Do some more Gymkhana here with a really rainy Zandvoort. We do some front wing. We come across the line, we still managed to get P3 somehow, makes sense. And it's 5 red lights and away we go. My voice is dying because I haven't stopped talking in 20 minutes. I hope you're proud of me for that. Going through turn 1 now, fighting with Scotty, FTD, and we managed to keep hold of P3 there. And now we're going to hopefully close up to the back of El Momete with L and Tilling Singer. Getting flashbacks to FTR going around this track, which I do not like. Hopefully we can get P2, get another win, have 2 wins on the trot would be nice. So we're going through, we're saving a bit of ERS, so we're actually deploying some, well actually not deploying any now. Gonna try and follow L until the pit straight, and then get past him going into turn 1 and then set after P1. Just going through the final corner, he gets onto the grass a little bit, doesn't get the best run, so we're going to use our overtake and see we're already gaining on him, so he goes massively to the right, we're going to stick to the left, we run out of overtake, he's also deploying overtake, probably got better straight line speed than us. We go right round the outside. Our better downforce coming into play there, we managed to hold the position going into turn 2 and 3. So yeah, job done with that. Now we set after P1, who broke away massively. Yep, bit of an anticlimax there, I know. We come across the line, no penalty this time, but we get P2. We move on to a very wet Austria, we come across the line, we get P2 again at 1:15.251. And a lot of people getting disqualified from this session. This will be the last race in the video. I know exactly why I didn't make 2 videos, because I'm going to try and do at least 5 races per video. I forgot I didn't do another 2 races to do for episode 2, so that's why we're having 8 races this episode. And again, that's the reason. Just accept it. As we're going into turn 2 now, Thompson goes really wide. We get the switch back, but he gets a lovely bit of traction control assist out of that corner, so we're unable to get back past him. Hopefully try and end this race, get another podium. 3 podiums in a row would be nice. Actually it would be 5 podiums in a row now, because we've won that Canadian Grand Prix. 4 podiums rather. I can't count today, it's very late. So we're going to follow Thompson now. Hopefully wait until the see if he can drag us along towards Tilling Singer. Going through the final 2 corners. This was before I found my godlike Austria setup. We run wide here, it gives us an exceeding track limits warning. We're going to use a bit of overtake to close the back, maybe go for a look up the inside of turn 3, or maybe around the outside. We do get a very decent run. We're going to deploy our overtake, and then we decide to save it. Maybe for the run down into turn 4. As he covers off the outside pretty well. We get a terrible run through that corner. We broke a lot harder than I expected. So we're going to have to wait another few laps. Now as we come to lap 4, this is our next opportunity to get past Thompson. He goes to the right, we dart to the left quickly, and we get the inside. He goes for another dive bomb. Not dive bomb, just late braking. And we're going to have to wait another lap to get past him. This guy was giving us a real good race, but obviously he's quite annoying. We'd love to just get after Tilling Singer, but do the same move again. This time he hits us a little bit, but he doesn't actually cut back, so he manages to go around the outside and we spin. Probably my fault for losing the car, but then again his aggressive driving was questionable, but it's probably my fault. I'll take full blame for that. So overall a pretty good, pretty mediocre, let's be real here, pretty mediocre session for my first ranked video, but this is the picture of my car because I don't know what else to put at the end of the video whilst I sign off. But yeah, if you did enjoy Ranked and you like the idea of following my journey through Ranked, please do leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. See plenty more F1 2020 videos, and now I've got a load of series going. But yeah, that was it. Let's hopefully get to Master Rank pretty quickly. And I'll catch you all for another video of Ranked very soon.